After that bullpen debacle last night, the Blue Jays needed to put a good performance together, but the starting pitcher, Hyunjin Ryu, and the offense were like, no, enough of that. We are not even going to give the bullpen a chance to screw this baby up, as the Blue Jays lay a beatdown on the Baltimore Orioles 12-4. There at Salem Field, and Hyunjin Ryu was fantastic through 6. Struggled there in the 7th inning, but was fantastic through 6 when the game actually mattered. And what an offensive performance. 3 times the Blue Jays scored 4 runs, and obviously they scored 12 runs. Do the math. 3 times 4 is 12. They had 3 innings of 4 runs in each, and that's how they scored all the runs today. Big offensive performances, and you made the Orioles pay for some mistakes as well, and we'll get to that very shortly. Bottom of the 3rd inning, really no offense for either team to this point, but then the Blue Jays start getting something going, right? Second time through the order, Marcus Semien gets on. Then Bo Bichette rips a double to the right center gap, and Marcus Semien comes around to score. Jays in front 1-0. Next batter, Vladdy. He gets it looks like a change up on the down and away corner. A pretty good pitch, but Vladdy, like we saw against Springer in game 1, he goes down, he gets the ball, and he crushed it. No reaching, no nothing. Go down and get it. And that's what Vladdy did. And he crushes it deep and gone. Home run number 26 for Vladdy, retaking sole possession of first in the big leagues in home runs. And they weren't done. By the way, Bo Bichette came in to score on the play there. The Jays now lead at 3-0. All right, let's keep going here. Next batter, Teoscar Hernandez on the very first pitch. He crushes one to left center field, and it's gone. Jays now up 4-0 after the bottom of the 3rd, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. With 2 out and a couple guys on, George Springer hits a fly ball to left field, and it goes off the glove of Pat Valaika, kind of the inside. He should have caught that ball. As we said in yesterday's video about Grichuk, if the ball touched your glove, you got to make that play. Valaika doesn't make the play. 2 runs come in. Vladdy and Bo come around to score. Yeah, it says George Springer had a single for that at bat, but that doesn't really matter because, the way he got this in doesn't matter because it just looks beautiful on the stat sheet. And 2 runs come in to score. Jays now lead it 6-0. Let's keep going. Randall Grichuk comes up and he crushes one. Gets an inner half pitch and he turns on it. Deep and gone to left field. Springer and Vladdy come in to score. And ladies and gentlemen, if Pat Valaika catches that ball, it is a 4-0 game after 5. But instead, it is a 9-0 Blue Jays lead. It's insane how good teams make poor teams make them pay for their mistakes. That's what I was going for. And it's a 9-0 Jays lead. Am I right? No, it's an 8-0 Jays lead. George Grichuk home run. Either way, my math is terrible. You guys know it. I think it was a 4-run inning. It must have been a 4-run inning. Either way, Jays up a ton. After the bottom of the 5th inning, bottom of the 6th inning, the offense keeps on rolling. Teoscar Hernandez, it's an RBI single. Semien and Espinal come in to score in the play. Springer then singles. Getting a little flare, but it was in the right center field, and it drops in. In comes Vladdy on the play, and then Randall Grichuk gets an RBI single. Teoscar Hernandez come in to score, and the Jays are up 12-0 to this point. Big-time numbers for the Toronto Blue Jays there. In the through 6 innings. And then top of the 7th inning, Hyunjin Ryu really struggles. He gives up a couple singles, gives up a double, an RBI single to Pedro Severino. Stevie Wilkerson and Austin Hayes come in to score, making it a 14-2 game, 12-2 game. And then Cedric Mullins rips an RBI double, a 2-run double. Severino and Franco come in to score, and it's 12-4. And Ryu really struggled there in that 7th inning. But he could, at that point in the game, He might have just tried to work things out with the pitches that he's been struggling with lately. When you're up that much, you can play around a little bit like that. And yeah, the line doesn't look great. 6 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. However, over 6 innings, he allowed, 2 hits, 1 walk, and no runs? He was dynamite through 6 when the game mattered. So he was spectacular, and the Blue Jays prevail 12-4. Crazy stat I had to bring up, and I had to write this down today. After today's ball game, obviously the teams who haven't played later on tonight, but as of right now, when the stat came out, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. leads the big leagues in home runs, RBIs, on-base percentage, OPS, on base plus slugging percentage, total bases, and WAR. I mean, he's just crushing everything right now. The guy's a monster. And he was great yet again today. Lots of great offense. I think they had, 14 hits today, something along those lines. Marcus Semien went 2 for 5 in the game, scored a couple runs. Good to see him get back in the swing of things, literally. Bo Bichette went 3 for 5 in the game today. 2 runs scored, had an RBI. Have a day, Bo. He's hitting above 280 now, so he's getting back into the swing. He's really starting to cruise now, which we haven't seen all this year from Bo Bichette. Vladdy went 1 for 3. Scored 3 runs, had a couple RBIs on the home run that he hit, and he walked twice as well. I mean, the guy is just a machine with getting on base. He got on base, 3 of the 4 times? 3 of the 5 times that he came to the plate today? Pretty incredible, if you ask me. And Teoscar Hernandez went 2 for 5, scored a couple of runs, had 3 RBIs and a home run. And George Springer went 2 for 5, a run scored, and a couple RBIs. Randall Grichuk had a 3 for 4 ball game with a run scored, 4 RBIs, a home run, and a walk for Grichuk. And Santiago Espinal, we're not even going to talk about the guy a whole lot, but he went 2 for 4 with a run scored today and is quietly putting together a pretty good season as the young infielder for the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, Hyunjin Ryu, as I mentioned earlier, went 6 2/3, had 7 hits allowed, 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, and walked 2. That line, don't even look at that, right? Don't even look at that line, because the way he pitched through 6 when this game actually mattered, when it was not 10-0 plus, when I think it was 8-0 after 5, he was still pitching fantastic. Then went to 12-0. He's like, all right, I can take a break now. And he allowed 4 runs over 6 2/3, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And then we saw Barnes come out. And not former Blue Jay Danny Barnes. Jacob Barnes, the newest acquisition of the Toronto Blue Jays from the New York Mets. He went an inning and a third. No hits, no walks, and a strikeout. So he's had two clean outings as a Blue Jay so far. So a promising sight from a new face. And Joel Payamps, good to see ya. Haven't seen him, I think mid-June? June 15th, June 17th, something like that. Feels like forever since we've seen Joel Payamps. Usually a high leverage guy. Apparently was dealing with some lower back thing, but he seems to be good now, and he did a very good job in his 1 inning of work. 1 inning, no hits, no walks, 1 strikeout for Joel Payamps, and he has a clean inning of work. And when you're up 12-4 and your starter gives you 6 unbelievable innings and you're up by 12 after 6 innings, and your bullpen threw it 2 1/3 innings of no-hit balls, that's good. Things move forward. I understand it was a 12-4 game. 12-4 game. I understand that. But you got to take moral victories with this bullpen, because right now that's all you can get. Just hang around, hang in there until the trade deadline and see if this team ends up adding. We'll have to wait and see. But the finale of this series goes tomorrow afternoon to 107 first pitch there at Salem Field. Ross Stripling gets the ball for the Blue Jays against Jorge Lopez. He is 2-9 on the year. Obviously, records or win-loss totals as a pitcher, as we all know, are kind of a skewed stat. It's a meaningless stat, really, but wanted to bring that up because it's pretty bad, and he's not really all that great. Stripling, however, has been fantastic over his last 6 starts. He looks to continue that trend tomorrow afternoon at 107, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the ball game there this afternoon, because you had no stress, the bullpen, when they were out there, did a pretty good job. You got a great start from Ryu. The offense was exploding. Fantastic. 12-4 win, you're 39-36 on the year. Smack the like button if you guys know this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter is down below for myself. Send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Instagram is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, like I said earlier, tomorrow afternoon, 107 first pitch there at Salem Field, the finale of this 4-game set against the Orioles. Big game. You win that game, you win the series, you win 3 of 4. We'll take it. We'll take it and be 40-36. We got to find a way to do a job. Ross Stripling, Jorge Lopez is the pitching matchup tomorrow afternoon at Salem Field. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.